Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. McCarthy on Eagles rematch, we want the 10th win. All eyes will be on the looming rematch featuring the Dallas Cowboys, 9-3, and the Philadelphia Eagles, 10-2, and not simply because it'll be televised in prime time, but also because of the ramifications of the outcome after the Eagles suffered a blowout loss at home to the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday night. And now, Shaq Leonard has chosen sides, which makes it all that much more intriguing. With that, the Cowboys can take hold of the top seat in the NFC East for the first time this season if they force a split series with the Eagles at AT&T Stadium this weekend, and the path towards possibly landing the number 1 seed in the playoffs will become far less daunting. Despite those things being true, head coach Mike McCarthy is keeping a level focus. For him and the Cowboys, it's not about nothing more than sticking to the game plan that's led them to a 4-game win streak and put them in position to do what could be done in Week 14. We want to get to this 10th win, he said on Monday. We understand where they are. Having dominated the month of November with a 4-1 record, the sole loss being their first matchup with the Eagles, McCarthy is now faced with the most daunting portion of the Cowboys' schedule, battles with the Eagles, Bills, road, Dolphins, road, and the Lions all within a 4-game span. They'll know exactly who they are when they come out on the other end of it. I really do like the stretch that we're getting ready to be on, said McCarthy. When you look at the teams that we're getting ready to line up against and, obviously, Philadelphia is all that matters right now, this is an excellent opportunity for us to play in playoff-type games without playoff consequences. I think that serves us very well because December football is something I've personally always enjoyed, and I think it's a great indication of where you are as a team and what you need to do to get into the playoffs, and to be ready for the playoffs. We're looking forward to it. But, as McCarthy noted, it's not about looking down the street and around the corner as much as it is staring into the eyes of the enemy who's flying in from eastern Pennsylvania with the hopes of sweeping and putting the kibosh on any hopes of stealing away the NFC East. It's time to see who wants it more, and who really is the better team. It's the Cowboys versus the Eagles, he said. I don't think you have to say anything more on that. Jerry Jones has high praise for Dak Prescott and how he's playing. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has strong feelings about Dak Prescott and the level he's playing at right now. Dak is coming off a Week 13 performance which saw him throw 3 touchdowns and drive the offense in a huge comeback victory over the Seattle Seahawks. He's getting better, which is saying something when you've got his experience and has had the reps that he's had in his career, had the successes if you will. Making further comments about Dak and how he's playing this season, Jerry finished by saying, Dak's playing the best. He's getting better. In my mind, he's the best he's ever been. That was followed by more high-level praise while speaking on 105 The Fan this week. Dak has now solidified the argument to be made for the most valuable player this season. In the last 3 weeks, Dak has thrown for a 69% completion rate, 9 touchdowns, 819 yards, and 0 interceptions. He currently leads the league in passing touchdowns, completion accuracy, first downs, and has the lowest turnover-worthy play rate among starting quarterbacks. The win last week showed the team's resilience when things looked tough, but also kept up their incredible home win rate, having not lost a game at AT&T Stadium this year. The next home game, though, is the much-anticipated rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles, when the Cowboys hope to keep their home record intact and close the gap on the current NFC East leaders. Going in the Cowboys' favor will be the fact the Eagles have lost their last 6 games against Dallas when playing in AT&T, and of course Dak Prescott's amazing hot streak. The Shaq Leonard sweepstakes came to an abrupt and disappointing end on Monday, with the Cowboys missing out on getting the services of the veteran linebacker despite a detailed effort from Dan Quinn on how he would have been deployed in Dallas. That's just one storyline that will add to the intrigue of Eagles Week. We'll get into that, including how Cowboys Nation reacted to Philly's flop versus San Francisco and why the shameful dust-up on the Eagles sideline could force further punishment or even changes for the Birds before the Sunday's showdown. Meanwhile, we get into what needs to happen for Dak Prescott to really have a chance at MVP. Prescott himself passes off the team's Man of the Year torch, and the Cowboys face a steep climb out of the number 5 spot in the NFC playoff picture. We look back at how the Cowboys and Seahawks delivered monster numbers for Amazon. Dan Quinn talks about his unit's resiliency during crunch time. We put out an APB on MG, and we learned that it was a medical scare that kept the team's longtime play-by-play man out of the booth on Thursday. All that, plus another Power Rankings push, can be found in this edition of News and Notes. Dallas Cowboys break silence on Zach Ertz rumors. The Dallas Cowboys coach addressed the possibility of signing Zach Ertz one day after the tight end was released by the Arizona Cardinals. "No, I don't think so," he told reporters on Friday, December 1st. Ertz cleared waivers on Friday afternoon, and the Philadelphia Eagles could sign Ertz, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. The former Stanford star began his NFL career with the Eagles and won a Super Bowl with the team in the 2017 season. Philadelphia needs a tight end ahead of its Week 13 matchup with the 49ers. Eagles tight end Dallas Goedert remains questionable for the game. Ertz has 27 catches for 187 yards and a touchdown this season for the Cardinals, all well below his production in recent years. He had 47 receptions for 406 yards and 4 touchdowns the year before with the Cardinals. Dallas Cowboys could also sign Ertz as a free agent, despite there being no waiver request. Ertz had an $11 million cap hit on his contract with the Cardinals, a significant blow to any waiver suitors. The Dallas Cowboys or another team could sign Ertz at an affordable price. However, the Eagles appear to be candidates to capture Ertz based on Schefter's report. If Goedert doesn't play for the Eagles on Sunday or the team doesn't sign Ertz, that's unlikely to ease the concern. Almost everything, he said, of what keeps him up at night when it comes to the Eagles. A very good team. A very good attack. Really good defense. Very good special team. So it goes back and forth. Philadelphia defeated the 49ers 31-7 in the NFC Championship game last January, but that came when the 49ers lost quarterback Brock Purdy to an elbow injury early in the game. The Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills have failed to beat the Eagles over the past 2 weeks, but both AFC powerhouses have pushed Philadelphia to the limit. Everyone is very confident at that moment. And you fan, what do you think of the Zach Ertz situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.